come a long way for the MCU, especially the Lego MCU. Since 2012, we've had the Lego Marvel characters, and we might as well pay it off with the characters we haven't seen so far. So, let's get on with it. For Iron Man, I decided to choose Obidiah Stane. We haven't seen him. He comes with a black suit with a yellow and blue under for the tie and dress shirt underneath. He also comes with an arc reactor. In the Incredible Hulk, we have Bruce Banner as he transforms into the Hulk. This is based off of Edward Norton's portrayal of the Hulk. He comes with his purple pants. Though he never wore it in the movie, it was a staple of comedy in that movie. He also comes with the dog show trainer's hair in dark brown, as well as a bottle of Pingo Doce, the soda, the fountain drink that he accidentally drops his blood into. For Iron Man 2, we have Ivan Vanko as Whiplash, and specifically the costume that he wears as he attacks Tony Stark on the raceway. He comes with 2 tentacle pieces in trans blue as he attacks him for his whips, as well as a cockatoo for his accessory from the parrot piece that we've seen in the past. For Thor, we have Woden Borson for the minifigure here. He comes with Luke's hair in light bluish gray, Old Man Luke specifically. His costume is based off of the ceremonial garb that we've seen at the beginning of the movie. You know, gold eye patch, gold details to it. His scepter is made out of Loki's scepter, in gold, along with a golden unicorn horn that we've seen with Unikitty. He also comes with a dark red cape and dual molded legs. Captain America, the first Avengers inclusion, is Red Skull. Johann Schmidt comes with the Tesseract, which is made out of a 1x1 tile and a 1x1 flat, both in trans blue. His leather trench coat is shown, as well as the Red Skull head that we've seen, except this is a little more detailed and a bit more realistic, not bloody, but more realistic and less comical, as this is the MCU and not the Avengers Assemble line. Sbeve Rogers is the Avengers Assemble minifigure, so he comes with the head and hair that we've seen from Captain America in the Black Panther Pursuit from 2016, but his clothes is what differs him from Captain America. He comes with a black jacket that he wears in the Avengers movie, as well as khakis and a blue button-up shirt underneath the brown jacket. He also comes with his Captain America shield in dark red, as opposed to the bright red that we've seen in recent years. I chose the dark red because it was the one that was used in Avengers, and I like it better than the bright red. After Captain America is Iron Man Mark 31. This is the second Iron Man suit that we have seen, which is green, but instead of the scuba suit, the hammerhead suit, mind you, which is green, sand green, and bronze, this one is silver, bright green and silver. Mark 31 is called the piston suit, and if you want to know more about that, then look it up. I don't know specifically why this one, but it did catch my eye, and I decided to use it. That is honestly the best explanation that I can give you for why I chose it. Thor the Dark World's inclusion is Malekith, the main antagonist for the film. He comes with the only new piece in this entire series, which is his headdress and hair. His face is the scarred version instead of the prime and pristine that we've seen at the beginning of the movie. This one is after he kills Frigga. He comes with a power blast that is to symbolize the Aether, as he wields the Aether at the end of the film during the Convergence. His armor is very similar to the rest of the Dark Elves, so I decided that it would be very beneficial if I just included, on the other side, a normal Dark Elf thing, so that this is a 2-for-1-er that you can have two characters for the price of one. Technically, two characters for the price of one. You would have to buy two in order to get another Dark Elf and Malekith, but you don't understand what I mean. The 9th figure is the Collector. Now, we have seen a figure version, an actual minifigure version of him in the San Diego Comic-Con, but I decided that since that was in the Comic-Con, it is not for the public. I decided that it is up for grabs in making a figure. He comes with a glass as well as a little pad, a number pad, that is in the dodecimal number system. You may win a prize if you tell me exactly what number in the decimal system, of course, that is. And the prize being knowledge that you know how to convert from a dodecimal system to a decimal system. We are a very poor and upcoming LEGO group YouTube channel. We aren't up for giving away free prizes just yet, if ever. His hair is a white version of the Daredevil hair. We've seen it in numerous times in the past years. First of all in the Daredevil, as well as the businessman from the Overwatch series. He has a normal white cape, and his dark red torso has printing on it on the golden chain. Each one of those 6 beads represents each of the Infinity Stones that the Collector is trying to collect. So, his face is very similar to the face from this San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but different enough so that it is still exclusive to the San Diego Comic-Con. But I do find it funny that only collectors have the Collector. The 10th figure is Brock Rumlow. He is a very cool person in The Winter Soldier, which is also a very cool movie. It's definitely in my top 3. The first 2 being Endgame and Infinity War. His torso is black with dual molded arms, black and light flesh, so that you could possibly make a sig fig with the shield logo on each of your arms. He comes with a dual shot pistol, the ones that we've seen from the Space Age, and he has a bed-headed hair in black, like the ones we've seen with Tony Stark. His face is, of course, exclusive, but it has scruff and a microphone coming from the right side. His legs are direct inspiration from minifigure legs, specifically like spy ones, like what we've seen with Star-Lord and Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2's wave of sets. The next figure is Pietro Maximoff from Age of Ultron. His costume is direct inspiration from the first 2 acts, in which he does not have in specifically Age of Ultron Quicksilver look. He wears a tracksuit in earth blue as well as black legs with a white racing stripes down the arms and the legs to make it go fast, like a little kid would say. He comes with the dog show trainer's hair in white, because we haven't seen that before, and that is more realistic to what he has in the movie. Not long and shaggy, but more poofy and free. Hank Pym for Ant-Man is next. He comes with his vest that we've seen in the movie many times. The neutral toned with the pinstripes, it looks pretty cool. His hair is Han Solo's hair in a light bluish gray. And onto the accessories, which are 3. The growth and shrinking discs, blue and red. A micro-figure version of Ant-Man. We've seen that in Civil War, but this is a more rugged-looking one, like the Ant-Man suit in Ant-Man. For Phase 3, we are going to start off with Captain America Civil War, like it does in real life. Helmut Zemo, or Baron Zemo if you follow the comics, comes with Superman's hair, the newer one, in brownish, dark brown. He also comes with the red book that we've seen him use in the movie multiple times to brainwash and to find out more about the Winter Soldier. This is in bright red, both cover and the binding. After that inclusion is Caecilius for Doctor Strange. He comes with a ponytail piece that we've seen used for Adam in The Beauty and the Beast, but this one in light bluish gray. His golden robes are very significant, and he does have the stone gray accents that are his legs and shoulders. He comes with the magic book that he steals a page out of from the Carmitage, as well as a clear magic sword. His face shows the purple magic, the dark magic that is seeping out from his eyes, and the fact that he is a Hot Topic fangirl. 14th character is Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. He has Qui-Gon Jinn's hair in light bluish gray, along with a tan tunic that he wears, which I love the costuming from this movie. The costuming department for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 deserves much more love than what they already do. His black legs have leather or reddish brown printing on it to have the appearance of leather, and his accessories are an elemental ball that he plays catch with Peter Quill, and later uses to try to defeat the Guardians of the Galaxy. Another member of the Guardians of the Galaxy is Baby Groot, and he also has an appearance here, as it is small enough, one piece, to include, and enough of an adorableness to include. So Groot comes with his cute little baby angry expression that we haven't seen yet, because most of them, all of them, the two of them, are neutral expressions. One being the Ravager outfit and the other one being a normal Baby Groot. The 15th character in this series is Spider-Man, and he is in his homemade suit, which is bright red and bright blue, as there aren't much coloration to his suit, especially the homemade one. He has the hoodie piece that is used with Wild Style from the Lego Movie, along with a web-slinging rope piece in white to show the web piece. His head is red with the little goggle printing on it, because I felt that was a lot better than actually making a piece, which most would agree with me. And if you don't agree with me, well then guess what? I'm the one that drew it, so it follows. For the 16th figure in this Marvel Cinematic Universe CMF series, I included Scourge for Thor Ragnarok. Scourge was a very comedic part of Thor Ragnarok, not as comedic as Jeff Goldblum though, or Chris Hemsworth himself. Nevertheless, he didn't have a figure in the movie, which honestly sort of sucked. But that's not the point. The point is that he does have a figure in my Dream CMF series. His armor piece is not new. It is a piece that is seen twice before, both in a dark metallic gray, mind you, in Batman. Both the armored Batman from Batman vs. Superman and the Attack of the Talons Batman that we've seen this year. The printing on the armor is to show the different plates, though it doesn't pull it off as well as I had hoped. The head shows the tattoos that he does have on the top of his crown, as well as his multiple weapons, which are his accessories. He has 2 Tommy guns to show Des and Troy. Together, they destroy. As well as the axe that he is given by Hela in order to be the Executioner, as he is known by in the comics. And his torso underneath the armor, of course, does show the armor, like unto how Silver Centurion shows the armor underneath the brick-built armor to show its bulkiness. We are now entering 2018 territory, so if you haven't seen the following films, Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, or Avengers Endgame, don't turn away, just go to the end and watch the end there. Or simply bear through it and keep on watching and get spoiled. It's up to you, honestly. For Black Panther is M'Baku. I was going to include Eric Killmonger, but since I don't want to make new pieces, I only have that for one figure per series because I do not like drawing new figure pieces. For M'Baku, I use Zane's hairpiece in black, as we have either not seen that before, and the fact that it honestly works. He comes with a vibranium spear. It's the older spears, not the newer, simpler spears, which I prefer the older ones, especially for a more, not to use medieval, but for medieval and for warlike purposes. Also, they look cooler and more detailed and refined. And around his shoulders is a spiky armor piece that I decided to use instead of the usual ones that we've seen on like Kraven the Hunter, and as a nest piece inside the Fantastic Beast suitcase set, which was actually, it was pretty cool. I didn't expect that. For the Akemi nest, because in all the images that I've seen, it's the hair, the gorilla hair, seemed a lot more flatter and less raised like that. Of course, has armor printed onto his torso and onto his legs, as well as his arms. Onto the 19th and 19th figure, Infinity War's inclusion, Pepper Potts. Now, there are a lot of great figures in the Infinity War sets. A lot of them in their own right, amazing. But Pepper Potts hasn't gotten an inclusion recently in the MCU. The last one was in 2013, and this one, well, it's about time she got an inclusion. This tracksuit variant was a good choice because the CMF series enjoy doing variants, especially for figures that have already appeared. So the tracksuit variant was a great choice, I think, for this build up of assorted figures for the MCU. She has the ponytail hairpiece in a burnt orange, like unto the hairpiece that is used for Ron Weasley and Remus Lupin. The old Remus Lupin, mind you. Her earth blue tracksuit with orange details is exclusive printing for this, as well as the earth blue with black dual molded legs is very great. I love it and wanted it for a very long time. So that's probably why I included Pepper Potts in the first place. She comes with a water bottle build, which has a white nozzle piece with a clear 1x1 cylinder for the bottle part of the water. I also probably included Pepper Potts because the CMF series enjoy including racing or sports, some form of sports, in every single CMF series. So, that's one thing. For Ant-Man and the Wasp, I included Janet Van Dyne in her quantum outfit. So, she has, as you can see, she has a very large spear. And yes, that is a spear. You are very astute. In the quantum realms and many of the, concept arts, we saw her with a spear of some sort, and I decided to include that because that's honestly a good weapon/accessory to include in this series, as she doesn't really have much of an accessory in the first place. Janet Van Dyne has the spear, as I've shown. It has a machete, two machetes, with a black lightsaber handle in the middle. The green accents are, of course, a must, as it is shown in the film, with the tan shawl that she has over her. The hairpiece is, of course, the ponytail in the white, as I said, which, if you haven't noticed the machete first, the hairpiece might confuse blind bag seers. Her good old Michelle Pfeiffer granny headpiece is I enjoyed drawing. It probably isn't the best face that I've done, but it was a good old challenge to do. The next figure is for Captain Marvel, and I included Yon-Rogg as the character because though we didn't see much, because there was only one set, which included Captain Marvel, Nick Fury, and a Skrull named Talos. Sorry, Talos. What kind of fake Greek mythology is this? Yon-Rogg, of course, is the leader of the Star Force, so he has the Star Force uniform in its modern colors, black and dark green. I included more printing on this than what LEGO included, but I did have an alternate in which what LEGO would probably include. Probably to throw a little shade on LEGO because they like to cut corners, especially on stuff like this. He has the old man Widow's Peak that we've seen on Peter Venkman and the 12th Doctor. I feel like if LEGO did actually make this, they would use the headpiece that we've seen on characters like Oliver Wood and many a Rebel Trooper. And if we did see this, I would probably include that of some form on young Dumbledore. Wait, no, he has a beard, never mind. And if I seem a little monotone, it's because I'm actually rushing against the clock. For the 22nd and final minifigure in this series, it is Ronin. And as I'm recording this, Endgame is just about to come out. I mean, right there, like, I am just pumped to see it later today. This is on Thursday, of course, right before Endgame is about to come out. And man, am I excited, dude. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see what Endgame is going to be. Now, as I'm finishing this up in post, I have seen Endgame, and man, is it awesome, but I'm going to leave the spoilers out of it, possibly in a spoiler one in which I probably will make an Endgame video or some sort, but not right now. Let's leave that for later. It is going to be awesome, man. Wow. So, but for the figure, I included Ronin, not Ronin with an A, but Ronin with an I, right, in like his ninja sort of gear that we've seen in the trailers, of course, so we do know that he will appear in the movie. He comes with the Rogue's helmet piece, headdress, what do you call it? Hood, that's what it's called, hood, in black, with yellow printing along the hood of it. And of course, it's of course in black, as you can see, instead of like the green that we've seen in the past. He comes with a sword, a katana, right? And of course a katana holster in the back. He comes with very great printing. I loved making this and looking at all the bootleg toys and leaked images that we haven't seen from, Endgame yet, because the movie hadn't come out when those were leaked. And man, was that a CMF series or what? Anyway, comment down below, tell me what you think. This is all of them together that you can see on the screen. And man, is it a ride. I started this off on the 14th, just nearly a week, just a little bit more than a week. And man, was it a ride. So I'll probably post this on Friday, just after Endgame comes out. I didn't. But I hope you enjoyed watching this. Consider commenting down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me who you would include. And tell me if you'd like to see another CMF. I think Tom is going to do a CMF of his own because he heard that I'm doing it and he's like, man, do I need to do that? Right? But anyway, that's not the point. Hope you liked it, and we'll be back in a jiffy.